Hello everyone. In the previous class you have seen that how Python works and what is Python, why it is being used. So today we'll be starting with Python by installing Anaconda, which is a software for developing Python codes and run Python programs. So first of all we'll be introducing with Anaconda and Python. So just be with me and we'll be starting from the scratch. Okay. So open your browser and search for Anaconda. So the first one will be this Anaconda. Okay. So just open the Anaconda and go to the download page. Go to the individual edition. Okay, now go to the download page and it is going to be downloaded. Okay, it is going to be downloaded. Let's download it. And you know how to install applications, I hope. So you can install that. After installing, I will show you how to open this and execute Python codes here. Okay, so it is going to be installed. You can see this is being installed. Okay, just click on next, then it will be okay. For me it is already installed, so that is why it will not be installed in my system, but you can install that by clicking next. Okay, so after installing you can see, you can open your Windows and you can search for Anaconda. You can see these many things are here. Okay, Anaconda prompt, Anaconda navigator, Anaconda PowerShell. So we'll be mainly focusing with Anaconda prompt, this one. Okay, you can go with Anaconda navigator too, but that is somehow slow and it takes some time. But for the faster experience, we use Anaconda prompt mainly. So just search in your Windows Anaconda prompt. Okay, I am showing you again Anaconda prompt. Okay, so you can see that Anaconda prompt. After installing, you search Anaconda prompt and open that. So you will be seeing this kind of interface. Okay, so basically this is a gate for the Jupyter notebook. What is Jupyter notebook? Jupyter notebook is a notebook, an IDE. IDE means integrated development environment. Okay, where we run code, where we execute codes, write codes, and see the outputs. So Jupyter notebook is an IDE of Python. Okay, so basically what were the steps we followed? First of all, we need to install Anaconda, then we have to search for Anaconda prompt and we have to open Anaconda prompt. Now what's next? So we'll be writing here Jupyter notebook, Jupyter, Jupyter notebook. Okay, then just simply press enter. Just press enter and it will be opened in your browser. You can see this browser is opened now, right? Now this is Jupyter notebook. Okay, you can see this is Jupyter notebook. So then what's next we'll be going to do? So now we'll be creating a new notebook for us. Okay, so then where to go? Here in the new section. Okay, so let me zoom a bit. In the new section, you can see this is the new. Click here, then Python 3. You can see Python 3 IPY currently. You can click on new, then Python 3. You click, and a notebook is going to be created for you, right? So it is being created, and it is here. This is the notebook where we will write codes, see the outputs, and do a whole lot of things, right? So simply we just rename it for Python induction day 1. Okay. Now, what's next? So I'll be introducing with Python variables. What are the variables? Variables are something, some names or some storages that stores data. Suppose you have a bag, a school bag, right? And what do you carry in that school bag is mainly used for books, pens, pencils, water bottles, tiffin boxes, right? So that means bags carry something, right? So this is how Python has some things that stores something. Suppose it can be a number, it can be some name too, right? So there must be something. And suppose your name is A. Yeah, we all have names, right? So I am A, you are B. If someone is calling A, B is not going to go, right? So there are some names. So the names stores me, right? My data, who am I, that stores in my name. Okay, my name is Rishi. So who is Rishi is stored in Rishi name, right? So that is the name. Similarly, Python has some things that stores the names. Let me show you an example. I just keep A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. What does it mean? What is A? A is 10 and B is 20. So what is, if I ask you what is A, your answer will be 10. And if I ask what is B, your answer will be 20, right? So just simply run that. You need to run to save this Python code. This is going to be Python code, okay? So you can run in multiple way. You can run by clicking here, run. You can run by pressing Shift and Enter. First of all, Shift, then Enter. Okay. So Shift and Enter. So it is run. Okay. You can see this is run. This is a number. Okay. So what is A and B? You can see what is A. Okay. You can see what is A. Write A and then what to do? Then Shift and Enter. You can see what is A. A is equal to 10. So what is it printing? 10. That means A has 10 stored in it, right? So A has stored 10 into it. And similarly we can check with B. What is B? Then Shift and Enter. Shift and Enter. What is B? 20. Right? So this is how we can store data in some variables. We can store names too. Suppose my name is equal to Rishi. Okay. What does it mean? That means my name has stored that name Rishi into it. Okay. We can pin that my name. We can have now Shift and Enter. What is it printing? My name Rishi. Okay. So this is an introduction of variables. This is variables. So there are data types, there are data structures, so many things we'll be covering, but not today, in upcoming sessions. So what I was talking about, variables, right? So Similarly, we can do whole lot of things. But right now, we'll be doing calculations. We'll be creating some basic calculations. Okay, mathematical calculations. You can do markdown too. Markdown is meant for headings, those kind of things. So let me name is calculations in Python. Okay, first of all, let's do additions. And you can comment in Python. Comment means you have some codes. Okay, so what does this code mean? You need to comment. So you can comment by giving a has in front of that line. Okay, just see how am I doing. Addition operations. Okay, so this is going to be addition operations. Now what we studied, we can store numbers. A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 40. If I say, then what will be A plus B, right? So we can just do A plus B. Okay, let's run this and let's see what is happening. You can see it has printed 50. That means A plus B is equal to 50. Okay. So this was a basic addition operations. Similarly, we can do subtractions too. What was A? Okay, let me give some another values. C is equal to 50 feet and D is equal to 97. Okay, so if we need to subtract C from D, okay, so D minus C is equal to shift and enter 39. You can see this is good now. Okay, now we can do multiplication. Okay, now give it some values. N is equal to 59 and P is equal to 76. Okay, now what will be M into V? Shift enter. See, this is printing. Okay, we can do divisions too. Divisions. Now G is equal to 7. H is equal to 28. 49. We can now divide that. Now we'll divide G divide by H. Okay, so you can see these are the operands. Okay, operands means these are the basic operands that will be making some operations. Okay, plus, minus, you all know this, I know. And this is into and this is division. So you can see these kind of things. Now what's next? Python have some data types. Okay, what are data types? Data types means there are some data of another types. Suppose we have a variable of A is equal to 10. Then we have a variable of B is equal to 55.98. Then we have a C is equal to 3C and D is equal to I hope you are aware with complex numbers. If you are not, don't need to be worried. Complex numbers are the numbers that has some values stored in some names. Okay, so what is we are going D is equal to 7 plus 5J. Okay, so you can see, and you can see E is equal to true or false. True. Okay, so we can see A is equal to 10, B is equal to 55.98, C is equal to DC, D is equal to 7 plus 5J, E is equal to true. same and storing same values into it? No, right? So it can clearly be seen that A has some values, some different values from rest of the variables. B has some values that is different from rest of the values. Similarly, individually, each and every variable is storing some another type of data. Okay. Now just press shift and enter. Now, if we want to check the data type of A, B, C, D, E, what should I do? We can simply write type of A. Okay, shift enter. What is it printing? Int. Int means integer. What is integers? Those are whole numbers. Okay, those are the common numbers, whole numbers. Okay, now we can see what is type of B. It is saying float. That means A and B are different, right? So what is B? B is float. Float means floating point numbers that has decimal points, like 1.28, 5.28. Those are decimal points. Okay. So what was A? A was a integer and B was a float. Let's see what is C. C is a string. What is string, by the way? String can be stored anything, but that should be in quotations, inverted commas, right? Inverted commas you have to pass. So you can suppose you are saying I am a boy, but how will you pass that I am a boy? You can't pass it in integer, that will be giving error. So you need to pass it in strings. In string, how will you pass in string? Just keep your text into inverted commas. Now see, if we do not give inverted commas, what is going to happen? Suppose name is equal to Rishi. Let's see. It is giving error, right? Name Rishi is not defined. Similarly, if we just do this into inverted commas, see, it is not giving error. That means if you are parsing any kind of names or any kind of text forms, you have to pass it in strings. Okay, so I hope you are clear with the strings. So let's see what was the type of C. It was string. And let's see what is the type of D. It is complex. So this is a complex number. I said now, this is a complex number. Now let's see with E. Type of E. What is E? E is a bool. Bool means boolean. Boolean means true or false. Okay, there are true values, true and false in boolean. Okay, so we can see there are 5 different data types in Python. One is integer, one is float, one is string, one is complex, one is boolean, right? So now, what are the data types? Data types in Python was in number 1 was integer, 1, 2 is float, 3 is strings, 4 is complex number, 5 is boolean values. Okay, so there are 5 data types in Python. Now we are discussing about variables. Similarly, if I give you a problem, mathematical problem, I hope you can do this, right? So now I'm going to introduce with some new things, that is print. What is print? Now let's see. Let's say print. I write like this: print my name is Rishi. Okay. See, it is printing my name is Rishi. print my name is Rishi. Okay. Now we can store your name in my name is Rishi, and we can now print name. Okay. See, my name is Rishi. Okay. So what we did today? We did multiplications, additions, divisions, and those kind of mathematical operations, and we learned about data types and